All right, welcome back to another client interview. Today we're talking to Frederic. Now, Frederic joined the accelerator in around February of this year, and little thing about Frederic, he actually did his computer science degree online. So he didn't go to any kind of name brand schools, and he was working at a company as a software engineer, not super happy with his position. So about 6 to 8 months into his role, he contacted us, we started working with him, and just 2 months later into the program, we got him a $20,000 salary raise at a different company. You'll hear him say it himself. He's super happy he joined and invested in his career. And within just a few weeks, the program paid for itself. Many, many times over. So without further ado, here's Frederic. So Frederic, if I remember correctly, you joined the program earlier this year. Maybe it was around January, February time. So tell me more about your background. So did you study computer science? What was your job? Tell me more about your background.
Yeah, so I studied software engineering at WGU, which is an online school. And also from Canada, and I was working at Accenture as a software developer in SAP. And I didn't really like my current position. I felt like I could maybe get something a little bit better at a better company.
Yeah, absolutely. And when did you graduate your degree in software engineering?
Yeah, it was in July of 2024.
Got it. And then you immediately started working at Accenture?
Yeah, I worked for around 6, 7 months before joining the accelerator. And then I did the accelerator for 2 months before landing two offers.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good. And what was your salary in that role at Accenture?
Yeah, in Montreal, it was 70K.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good. So what actually motivated you to, or how did you even find out about the program? And then what motivated you to book that call in the first place?
Yeah, so I watched your videos and you give really good free tips. So I thought that maybe I would try to find out what can you give more. And then when I found out that you have a paid program, I was all in and I wanted to learn more.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good. Now, before we go into your experience in the program, did you apply on your own before joining?
Yeah, of course. I really tried to apply for jobs, tried to get interviews, but it just really didn't work out. So that's why I went and asked for help.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, just we know specifically here, do you know how many applications you submitted before the accelerator? Any kind of rough ideas there in terms of numbers?
Yeah, well, before Accenture, also I submitted a lot of applications. So before Accenture, probably around 30, 40. And then while I was at Accenture, and it was probably around another 50, so 100.
Wow. Okay. So solid number of applications, but you weren't really getting much traction at that point.
Yeah, I just got a couple of OAs, but no interview.
Awesome. So tell me about that decision to join the accelerator. Obviously, you said you wanted to book the call because you liked the free content, you thought it was super helpful, and you wanted to learn more. Did you have any hesitations before, going all in, or were you fully bought in from day one?
Yeah, of course I did. There's always a little bit of friction when it comes to joining a program like that, because you got to make sure that it is actually worth it with your time. But I was a little bit all in when I got in the call, and when I learned more about the methodologies that would have been used by you.
Awesome. Sounds good. Let's talk about the accelerator, Frederic. So, as you know, the accelerator works in 5 or 6 parts. We start with the resume review. That's step one is we're going to go through your resume line by line by line, redo that from scratch. So, how did you feel like the resume help was? Did you think it was actually useful, and did you, have a much better resume by the end of it?
Yeah, so I had been working on my resume a lot, but I found the tips really useful. You definitely helped me make my resume stand out more, and also not just that, but having help from people like Yvonne and yourself to give feedback in person in a call. That was really useful, because sometimes when you just look at it yourself, you there's some things that you're gonna miss.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think having an external set of eyes makes a massive difference. And for anyone listening, like you said, we have a team of recruiters. We have Yvonne, she's a recruiter at Amazon. We have John, he's a recruiter at Bloomberg. They both looked at collectively over 10,000 resumes. So just have their eyes on your resume. I think, at least personally, I think it makes a huge difference. Let's talk about the LinkedIn. Did you feel like the LinkedIn advice, LinkedIn rewrite was helpful as well?
Yeah, well, I feel like it was really good. You give some good tips, but my LinkedIn wasn't too bad before. But it definitely helped with the tips you gave, having I got a couple of recruiters reaching out, so I feel like it was better optimized.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. Tell me about the referral process. So did you end up using the referral process and how did that go for you?
Yeah, the referral process worked really well. I got a lot of referrals and referrals at good companies like Mastercard, like Amazon. So it worked really well connecting with those people and not just connecting, getting the referral, but like developing long-term contacts so that in the future I could like get another referral.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge part of it, right? Anybody can just, get one or two referrals here and there, but it makes a huge difference to actually have that network of hundreds of people you can call upon 5, 10 years from now to actually leverage once you're looking for a new job down the line. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about the technical interview prep. So, that's the getting the interview section is resume, LinkedIn referrals, but then we also cover the actual interview itself. So how were your experiences with our technical interviews?
Yeah, here in Canada, we don't like, there's not a lot of emphasis on lead code. So I knew that from the start, I didn't have to like focus on lead code too much. I was mostly focused on technical parts, but technical questions. But it definitely was a huge help to like develop the mindset of like how to think and like how to process those technical interviews.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about the behavioral interviews? Did you end up using our behavioral interview system as well?
Yeah, that was a huge help. I worked really closely with Yvonne. I took all my calls, and it's really something that I struggled with, how to structure the answers and how to make sure that the interviewer can really connect with you and like understand you as a whole. So I thought the everything contained like in the behavioral interview section was really, really useful.
Awesome. Yeah, it sounds great. Let's actually talk about the interviews you got. So, like you said, you were struggling to get interviews before. Tell me about what interviews did you actually receive after joining the program?
Yeah, so I got an interview at a small robotics company, which was really, really cool. I also got another interview at a bank, which I passed, and now I'm going to be starting there in a month.
Awesome. And then, are you comfortable revealing those names or you just want to keep it mainly just vague like that?
Let's just keep it vague.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. And then do you know what the salary offers were? You can also keep a general range or you can give the exact number, totally up to you.
Yeah, so the salary at the bank, which is the offer I took, it's 90K.
Awesome. So yeah, pretty solid boost. I mean, $20,000 salary boost within just a couple months of effort. How do you feel about that? Are you excited to start or are you happy with the result at that point?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the result, which is why I tried to join the program because I really wasn't happy with my current job. And I feel like everything I learned in the program, not just these past months, but I'm gonna keep the knowledge for like the rest of my life and like how to make a resume, how to get those referrals. So it's gonna be really useful to know that long term.
Totally agree. I mean, we've seen students who, they get an offer just like you within a few months, but then next year they're at big tech companies, they're at Google,
Yeah.
Microsoft. We had a student who joined last year who submitted 200 applications, zero interviews. This year he got 25 interviews and three offers at Amazon, Oracle, and other big tech companies. So this is more of a long-term play, as you're saying. This isn't just 1 month, 2 month. This is multiple years of knowledge here, right here. So, Frederic, I'm super proud of you, man. Like, I know you joined just a few months ago, and it's amazing to see the outcome. This is why I do this. I'm super happy for you, and I'm happy you find a new offer that you're super proud of and happy with.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Awesome. Final question. What would you say to someone who is exactly like you 6 months ago? So they're currently a software engineer. Maybe they're a little bit stagnant or they're not happy with their current role and they're considering whether it's worth getting external help to get to the next level. Would you recommend they look for a program like this? Or yeah, what would you say to that person who's kind of on the fence this way or that way?
Yeah, well, you got to look at it like time is ticking and it's your career and you need to like it's like a snowball. You need to like be because you're in the beginning, you need to really get it started and you need to reach out for help and like um get the right advice so that you can get started. And you got to look at it where it's your career and like there's tens of thousands of dollars on the line and like just getting a little bit of help is really going to help out in the long run.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks so much for your time, Frederic. And yeah, thank you for the client interview and best of luck in your new role. Really appreciate it.
I thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, we'll talk to you later. Obviously, you'll be in the accelerator for the next 10 months or so, or 9 months. So you can still use our resources. School is
Yeah.
fully open. Any questions that come up, if you want additional high level look at your resume, if you have any questions about referrals, interviewing, anything, like we're here. Our team is here to help you. And yeah, just want to see you succeed.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Thank you.
Bye.